So when people think Glock 45, they probably would, in the more modern age, think 9 millimeter, right? 19 slide, 17 grip. But when you think Glock 45s, as in 45 ACP, you usually think big, chunky, uncomfortable, definitely a duty gun, if that. Um, but this one kind of broke all those expectations and those stereotypes for me. This is my Glock 30S. It might be the most practical 45 Glock and also one of the most overlooked Glocks by your everyday carry folk, right? So the Glock 30S, it's a hybrid Glock. It uses a slimmer 36 slide, and it has the uh, short frame, which is the little SF there, if you can see it on the grip there. It has the short frame grip, which is basically a 30 frame. And that one decision, I guess, when Glock's engineering department said we're going to put this one together, it changes how the pistol carries and shoots. And for me, for 45, a pistol that you can carry, um, this is my winner. This obviously Glock 30S, it's 45 caliber. The barrel 3.78 inches. Now it carries 10 rounds of 45 ACP. I have some Buffalo Bore in there, some crazy looking ammo, but the it just fits. Now I have the extended pinky extension there, so I can get a little bit better purchase on it. And this is obviously clean and clear. And these only weigh, I think, just under 23 ounces. I think it's Glock says they're 22.9, and for a 45, those numbers matter, and they matter incredibly. And there's there's the reason why this model exists. So shooters, when Glock came out with this design, shooters wanted a 45. They want that 45 power. I like 45. I wouldn't say I'm a 45 fanboy as I am for Glock, but in general, but they shooters want that 45 power, and they don't want the size of a full size Glock 21, and they don't want the thickness of your 30, which is a real beast of a pistol. So much so, I was going to purchase one time, and I said, what am I going to do with this, right? Like, I mean, it may be a range gun. Probably would go with the 21 for that, right? Maybe a carry gun, probably not. I mean, it's just too thick and chunky. So the 30S, kind of answered all those questions. It was, less bulk, same caliber, and it gives you that slimmer slide for carry comfort. Very manageable recoil. I mean, this shoots. I have my Glock 27 and 40. This shoots very along those lines. Now, is it thicker than the Glock 27 and 40? Yeah, it is. It is a little bit thicker. Uh, do I have? I know you don't do this in a video, but this is a Glock 27 Gen 5, and you know, it's it's thicker. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's thicker on the frame. The slides are really close. Maybe even the 27 is a little bit thicker on the slide portion, but the frame, especially in this portion, uh, which has a lot to do with holsters and where that stuff works, is just a little bit thicker. Thin to uh, top to bottom as far as the height goes. Obviously, the 27 is going to be a little bit taller, and then you're going to have your length, and the 30 edges it out by maybe half an inch, a little bit more. So, but everything else is the same. So the it shoots really good. The follow up shots are fine for me. I'm not affected by the recoil. 45 for me kind of pushes straight back. I don't, so it's not really a whole lot of muzzle flip. But if you compare this to, let's say, like I said, the Glock 21, this is going to be much smaller, much lighter, much easier to carry. Versus the Glock 30, it's slimmer up top, and then there's that short frame uh, distance to trigger, but it has that same kind of similar grip feel. And so this one kind of sits right in the middle for me, and I guess that's kind of the point, right? So if you want that 45 power without a full size brick, this just makes sense. I mean, I mean, if you would use something like this if you're going to prioritize speed, if you want to prioritize capacity, and you want something maybe with a little lighter recoil, well, you probably want to look somewhere else. But the Glock 30S, I mean, it isn't for everyone, but it knows what it is. And it's bigger doesn't always mean better, especially when it comes to a concealed carry firearm. And newer doesn't always mean smarter. So sometimes there's something to be said by taking one innovation and combining um, the good from one, the good from another, and making something even better. This particular one, I have replaced the trigger on this. I do not like, and you probably won't see that on any of my pistols, those curved, serrated edge Glock pistols. I don't know how people deal with them. I really don't. But this has just got, a standard flat face trigger, and I generally use Hogue grips, but this is already kind of a beefy, has a beefy thickness to it. So I don't have a Hogue grip on this. These are just, I think these are just Talon grips, right? Yeah, I think they are. They're just Talon grips, and I did a little modification because I know folks like the high grip. For me, I don't put a whole lot of pressure with my thumbs. My thumbs just are pointing towards the target, so I don't necessarily need the grip. I mean, I do like something here for kind of creating my own ledge for some pressure, and sometimes I'll put something over here to uh, give me a little bit of a grip, but generally on something like a Glock, this protrudes enough from the trigger guard, so you know, I don't put my finger in the trigger guard unless I'm ready to pull the trigger. Right? That's gun safety. So that's all I did on this one. This is a Gen 3 uh, version Glock, I guess you can say. But this trigger just the if you watched any of my other videos, I generally do not like this little dingus of protruding. And on the original one, the original triggers, they have the serrated edges, and basically when that protrudes with the I don't after any type of range time, you're gonna get some, it bothers my fingers. So I prefer the flat, smooth surface. This has got a nice little break on it. This trigger here. Uh, so it's still a kind of heavy pull. I don't generally reduce the pull of the trigger, especially on my carry pistols. But overall, very happy. I've had a few 45s. I mean, you could check out my Smith & Wesson Shield 45, and wasn't too happy with that. The Ruger American Compact, another one, much bigger, much heavier and bulkier than something like this. This is much easier to carry this inside the waistband, and it's not much different than a let's say a 27, and in a little bit bigger, probably similar to maybe like a CZ, probably like the CZ, but in 9mm. Let me see here. We got just another pistol. It's really not going against script here with all my other pistols around, but the this is clear, ready to go. But just to give you kind of a heads up, it's probably very similar to that CZ 10 This is the S version. Um, Let me just do it here. Yeah, look at that. Length is about exactly the same almost. Very, very similar. Slide width, little beefier, I think. Maybe just slightly. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. And then height wise, yeah. So look at that. Wow. I have a light on this one, but on my CZ, but this is that's surprising for me. It's basically a CZ uh, uh, P10S size. With the thickness here, yeah, the grip is slightly thicker. I wouldn't say crazy thickness, and then the height looks like almost like this is a little bit, little taller than that. So that's one. That's interesting. Interesting. So I'm gonna give the spotlight back to the old Glock 30S, but they there you go. There you have it. Glock 30S, my pick for a solid carry 45 pistol. If you have a pistol that's a 45 ACP that you think is better than this, I'd love to hear it. There's so many firearms out there, and there's so many quality firearms out there. If you've had one of these and you like it, love to hear it. If you have one of these and you hate it, I'd love to hear it. I'm always open to hearing everybody else's opinion, and I do read all the comments and try to answer the ones I can if there's any questions. Um, yeah, so there's your Glock 30S, Glockaholic 76. Talk to you later.